Here's the thing, I got a lot of people asking me if it's too late to learn how to code. Liwu, can I really start a coding career from scratch in 2021? And my answer to that is, heck yes. Stick around, my name is Liwu, a recording hip-hop artist, software engineer, and tech enthusiast, and I like to talk about tech and how it intersects with society, art, economics, whatever. Subscribe, whatever, do the thing. I understand that there's a lot of information out there about coding, so much information that it may actually feel intimidating or overwhelming to know where to start from. Give it a try. You may think, will I have too much catching up to do? Will I ever be as good as to build my own website or mobile application? Now, I'm not here to promise any quick results or anything like that, but I strongly believe that for those people who are trying to change their careers and, become a more active participator in this new digital economy, there actually is a great opportunity for you. And here's why. Look, I've been coding for more than 12 years, and I've never witnessed a time when learning resources have ever been as readily available as they are today. In 2021, thousands of high-quality YouTube videos will teach you everything you need to know to become an expert in a particular coding language. Some of my favorites are the full-length courses that you will find on FreeCodeCamp. Did I say that right? FreeCodeCamp's YouTube channel, and the surface level overviews that you will find on Traversy Media. More and more professionals are cranking up coding blogs and content, such as yours truly, meaning that there's a wide variety of styles and, voices that you could pick up your learning from. The internet is a dream for anybody who is trying to learn today. Back in my day, we had to scramble for the one C++ book that was available in the college library. Speaking of college, it used to be that the stereotype for a capable engineer was white, male, and computer science degree. Given the demographic of my viewership, there's a very good chance that if you're watching this, you are a person of color. Hopefully you're a female. And even more ambitiously, that you do not have any formal training in ICT or computer science. What we're seeing in tech culture today is an appetite to improve the appalling lack of diversity. According to a 2020 Google annual diversity report, only about 4% of its employees are Black. Admittedly, there's still a long way to go, but the desire for diversity exists today more than any moment in time in tech culture. Here's a fact. You're more likely as an underrepresented, newly trained software developer today to make a decent living from your skills than at any moment in time. Now, even with removing all these gatekeepers and an insatiable appetite that we're seeing for new people to join the software engineering field, the reality still remains that the demand hugely outweighs the supply. The rate at which the need for systems automation is growing is almost exponential. COVID-19 has made it that more and more businesses have to automate their processes or face extinction. This demand has resulted in an increase in job openings for traditional programming roles that need skills such as Java, JavaScript, or SQL. However, emerging tech jobs are also on the rise, with new technologies such as blockchain, AI, and VR requiring a combination of skills different from enterprise programming. With companies now embracing remote work, the pool of tech jobs has suddenly become even bigger, which means you will not need to relocate for you to land your dream job. One advantage of learning much later than others is that you could pick up the new ideas much faster without being slowed down by the old failed ideas. Basically, you're free from the burden of historic bad practice. A typical tech textbook, for example, will have multiple revisions that reflect the author's thinking as ideas evolve, which means that by learning late, you save yourself the trouble of learning the older, sometimes dropped ideas. One of the more popular books in all of web development today is called JavaScript: The Good Parts. By embracing a book that only focuses on a subset of a coding language, the community admits that there were a lot of things wrong with the original design of that particular language. Some of us are still battling to unlearn old and bad habits, but you don't have to. And if you're learning a new technology altogether, something that's only been around for 1 or 2 years, then heck, we're all starting from scratch, which leads me to the last reason why it's not too late to learn how to code in 2021. Coding, like fashion or music, tends to go through paradigm shifts every few years. Once upon a time, the popular way to build apps was to drag and drop widgets on a Visual Basic palette. We then went through a phase of describing our interface in markup text, XML and HTML and stuff like that. Today, the trend is to compose our UI in a tree of nested components. We keep adopting new ideas every time, and when we run out, we just reinvent the old one. The main point here is that you get to learn the new paradigm together with everyone else when you are a new developer. And if your timing is impeccable, you get to enter the scene right at the beginning of a new programming paradigm, making you as good as anyone at that particular topic. Go and Rust are relatively new languages solving a relatively new problem. And when you search job openings for Go and Rust, you will typically see employers only list 1 or 2 years of experience because they realize that these technologies have only been around for 1 or 2 years. They're at the beginning of a new era in computer programming, the era of concurrent programming. So, did I convince you? Are these 5 reasons why I think you should learn how to code in 2021 enough for you to start? Or do you still have more fears that you feel I haven't really tackled? If you do, please do leave a comment in the section below so that we could chop it up, discuss, and maybe I could even make a new video addressing your specific videos. But honestly, I think that with these 5 and many, many other reasons, you don't have an excuse for why you should not learn how to code this year.
Afuna akale mfana wa high school. Afuna college mfana ja high school.